The former number 6 overall pick of 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Jones looking to throw it on the first play. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Jones. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Throwing Jones. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up second down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. But no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened, and that's what we're seeing here.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. This one to Slayton over the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard. Because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas. 39 yards. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, here's Gary Brightwell. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And now out come the Giants. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again, Jones. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Second and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. No, and that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Gano's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Coming left is Kamara. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Bobby Okereke making that tackle. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Carr going to throw. There's Chris Olave. 20. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Carr. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Kamara. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
So Carr will exit stage right and on his Lutz for the Saints field goal. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Back to throw. Jones. And a dangerous throw there. Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver. It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half, and now it's going to be...
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And the gamble pays pays off. They get the first. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
Just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
Yeah, they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That ball caught by Slayton and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, Waller, what a catch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incomplete. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Darius Slayton from 10 yards out. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
force and push the offense backwards a bit. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Carr now on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing now is Carr. Alvin Kamara wheeling it in on back-to-back plays. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Into the red zone, it's Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first-down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
This is 2nd and 8. Now, Carr again. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
They scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando and the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Guy.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Card out a throw. Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Call it a gain of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He lets it go deep for Olave. And that's caught inside the 30. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 53 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Carr. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Darius Slayton and the rest of this offense about to begin their next drive.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here pulled in by Beasley.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
And that's going to be incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Back to throw again. And he fires one incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll accept that penalty.
Still third down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Back to throw. Jones. And that's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find it.
And look at this. Another fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jones, he just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it, so I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
Flag accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 42. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First down, New Orleans.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. The pass caught by Olave. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Carr to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive, then march to the end zone the last time out.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Carr. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
So Carr will exit stage right and on his Lutz for the Saints field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.